And we're back.
Yay.
2019. Starting off with a bang.
All right, starting off with a bang. With
Happy
fumble
New
and a
Year,
boom.
everybody, and welcome to 2019. We hope that everybody had an awesome Christmas, and we hope that you have an amazing New Year. And what a better way to start it than a few technical difficulties, right?
Oh yeah, well,
Hey,
you know, you got to learn from our mistakes right
what you
from
get from
get-go.
live TV, man. So we're back from our little holiday break. This is our first live show of 2019, and we want to thank each and every one of you for watching. In particular, we just want to say thank you so much for making 2018 the start of our show a spectacular thing. It really, you know, you guys have been watching it and rewatching it and stuff like that, and we really appreciate you very, very much for all of that. So thank you so much for that. I'm Todd T. Riley.
I'm Scott Johnston.
And I'm Dee Johnson.
And we are
The
Sound
Sound
Effects. And unfortunately, the guest that we had for this evening was not able to make it in, Chris McCarty. Sorry to hear that, but we will have him sometime in the near future, and he will be performing for us here in the studio. You're not going to want to miss that. He's a really great musician. He was here at our Christmas event that we had here at Bakemore Pie Studio, and we just had a blast with him. Scott and I singing with him on a couple of songs and stuff. It was pretty fun. So he'll be back in here. However, we did have a band that we played on our Christmas show, and we'll tell you more about that in just a moment. And we're going to be reviewing them tonight and profiling them tonight, and making it all about them, really. So since we weren't able to have Chris McCarty here, we asked our very good friend Wade Black back into the studio.
Yay.
And we want to
Mr. Wade
thank you
Black.
for being here, Mr.
Today's
Wade.
the day.
It's what we do, man. We take care of the home area and abroad.
So our man Wade, he was our very first in-studio guest with us, and now he is our very first special guest co-host.
He's like, I'm very special.
And we thank you. He is special.
Yeah, I'm Special K.
And
I'm riding the short bus. So what's funny is my German friends say they call not right in the head short cups. So
that's
now
hilarious.
I'm short cups.
I like that. I'm short cups.
That's kind of fitting, I guess. If you know Wade, that is.
Yeah.
We love you, man. Thanks so much for showing up, especially last minute like you did. And
It's my pleasure, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
My pleasure.
Always a pleasure having you on the show.
So as Todd was saying, that we're going to be reviewing the band that was on our show last time. We had a Christmas song that they played. The name of the band is called Small Town Titans, and we're going to be playing some of their music for you. Not the Christmas stuff, but a couple other songs that they got.
Mr. Grinch.
It's pretty cool. The Grinch. That
was awesome.
That was an awesome video.
Yeah, that was a really, really killer thing.
So, well, we'll stick around. We'll get to that in just a little bit here. But first, let's get some music entertainment news.
So Monday, January 7th, this week in history, 1610, noted Italian astronomer Galileo observed the moons of Jupiter through a handmade telescope for the very first time. And that's a pretty cool thing, man, especially you're talking 1610.
I know, right?
You
Hard
think
to
about
believe.
technology today, he didn't have any of that, and he made a handmade telescope and was able to observe Jupiter's moons for the first time ever. That's pretty cool.
How would that come about? I think of all these inventions. I mean, would you have to have a couple marbles? You're just like,
Put that out there.
I mean, that's possible. These
Well,
are just
they're
crazy things.
They're mirrors and really thick glass and stuff that magnifies, magnifying glasses and stuff like that with mirrors and everything. So, it's a pretty awesome invention in 1610. That's for sure.
You
That
find a
would've been
magnifying glass, and all of a sudden you're pursued by the king and wanting to kill you because you're a witch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
make things.
my God.
you're-
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously.
whole different world back then for
Yeah.
sure. So,
I would have liked to have been the guy that Hey, lick this toad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, lick this toad. It doesn't do anything.
Nice. Wait a minute. Give it a minute.
Just give it a minute. No,
Give
no,
it a
no, no.
minute.
The
Prince
magic
Charming.
May
toad.
turn into a princess.
You're going to be giving me your kingdom in about
Or at least
30
you
minutes from
think
now.
it's
She turns into a princess, but she's got really ugly feet. Like her second toe's way longer, like she could pick a cup up with it or something.
Is that a toad toe?
It's kind of weird.
It's a toad toe,
It's kind of weird.
But however, in this village, that's hot.
And hairy legs,
Let
too.
me see your toe toe. Take a toe toe. Oh man,
my
making
God,
me
Ken.
froggy.
Oh, my God.
Ew.
It's making you randy, baby. Come on. It's that kind of party. Okay.
It
Also,
is, it is.
January 7th in 1789, George Washington, hero of America's Revolutionary War, became our very first and only
crazy.
president to be unanimously elected by the Electoral College. He also repeated that noble feat on the same day in 1792. Fun fact is, I'm actually related to George Washington.
How so?
Really?
For real.
How so?
We're distant cousins.
Really?
Yeah, my grandmother traced my entire family all the way back to the Mayflower
Wow.
and over to Ireland. And
You're Irish as well?
yeah, I am.
I'm
yes.
so Irish. There's actually a city that's in Ireland that's named my last name Lusk, my surname Lusk.
Really?
Well,
So-
I mean, think about it, Riley. I mean, you don't get much more
Yeah.
Irish than Riley.
Right?
So
It could, yeah.
Well,
Just
dropped
take away the O.
They dropped the O and
Right.
they came over and stuff.
But yeah.
my family still owns a castle over there. As a matter of fact.
that's
Isn't it funny? We'll have to do some research. I do, you know.
So my grandma was over there to the castle. My parents got a picture of it on their wall.
Nice.
Oh, that's
It's
neat.
pretty cool. So
Absolutely.
Wanna go
you can go
visit.
tour that castle.
It's not
pretty cool.
Irish. Sucks.
Also, 1990, the Leaning Tower of Pisa was closed to the public because of its rate of movement was accelerating. That's a shame. It's a cool, a
was
very
like
cool
leaning
little
too
thing. Leaning too much. It's
They got all the
become
heavy.
too
They got all the
dangerous
heavy
and stuff,
girls.
Oh yeah.
They got on there. Yeah. There's a weight limit on this thing, man. Sorry.
Now, in history today, January 8th, three things took place in the life of Elvis Presley. Number one, the man who's highly recognized as the most significant cultural icons in the 20th century and often referred to as the king of rock and roll, or simply, he's the king, baby.
Yeah.
He was born on this day in 1935, so
Give me my peanut butter and nana sandwich.
Yeah. That's good.
happy birthday to the king.
Yep.
And he would have been 84 today. But on his 38th birthday in 1973, he filed for divorce against Priscilla, his wife of 6 years. I have met the woman, and she is spectacularly gorgeous
Just
in person.
we can go on together
Yeah.
with suspicious man.
Well, actually, he on that very same day, he recorded a new single called "Separate Ways," and that was based
That's
on
it.
the
Go
breakup.
figure.
So that those were the three significant things in Elvis's life on this day. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 2007, the late Apple CEO Steve Jobs unveiled the very first iPhone. And that first one, it had a 2-megapixel camera, 3.5-inch touchscreen, and the design inspired by the iPod Touch. You know, when he was first talking about it, he said it's an iPod and a phone and an internet communicator. And then he said these are not three separate devices, and that changed the world as we know it.
Yep. And these are not $300 devices either, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
They were considerably cheaper back then. Now this is $1,000 to
man.
fork out if you
Now
want
that
a
would
new
be interesting
iPhone.
to know what it was back then. I can't
I don't
remember.
remember the price. I
mean,
was going to look that up, but I didn't have time.
Yeah, but back then you had the big block phone.
Yeah,
You know
before
what?
that, they had the big old
It's a
huge
flip
block
phone.
phones.
the ones in your
You
car
text message,
that were
you're
like
like
$1 million a minute.
Right. Yeah.
They make that noise.
I remember the dial-up noise.
Yeah, dial-up cellular phone.
My
And
God.
this week in history, and Friday, 1922, insulin is first used with success in the treatment of diabetes. So diabetics are definitely loving that.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That's a great thing, man.
Yeah.
And 1963, the world famous Whiskey A
Whiskey
Go-Go opened in Los Angeles.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you, Whiskey
History.
Go baby.
Yeah. Forever changing rock and roll as we know it, I believe.
Right. Me and my wife had went there, and we went to Roosevelt Hotel. I mean, we saw everything. We seen the Chinese theater. We
Nice.
saw all of that stuff, and it's just absolutely amazing. You know, I think
one of my
somebody
bucket
wrote a
list
song
places.
about it. You
I
know,
believe my wife went to
L.A.,
Whiskey and
Hollywood,
Rainbow.
and the Sunset Strip. So, anyway,
That'd be Huey Lewis in the news. Huh?
Well, we have quite a few birthdays to celebrate this week. For yesterday, Monday, January 7th, Kenny Loggins, he turned 71. And the bassist, Kathy Valentine from the Go-Go's, she's 60. Nicolas Cage turned 55. And Laura Cohen is 37. She's from The Walking Dead, but really like 1,007,000 years old. from
Doesn't
Walking
Nicolas
Dead.
Cage
love
looks
that
a little
chick.
bit old too, doesn't he?
Yeah, for
I mean,
55.
but he's had a rough life.
He's had
so
a rough one.
I mean,
so
Also,
what happens when you party, man?
nice.
it is. Well,
Really?
for today, we have today's birthday is game show host Bob Eubanks, the Newlywed Game. He's 81. I didn't think he was that old.
That guy's
I thought he
awesome.
Yeah.
Who was
That
the
guy's
game show
awesome.
host
I
who
love
actually
him.
got
Really awesome.
accused
Yeah.
of
Newlywed Game
of,
growing
like,
up.
some mischief behind the curtains with one of his?
Oh, that's
That's not Bob Barker.
that's the guy from.
Bob
Not
Barker.
Vanna White, is it?
That's Vanna White. I think it was.
Oh.
That's the one with Vanna White. What's his
Oh, yeah,
name?
yeah.
Nice.
Pat
on the Wheel of
Sajak?
Fortune.
Nice.
Sajak.
The
That'd have
Fortune.
been
Was
me
that
if I was single and
Was that-
I was running the game show, and I'd be like, hey, how you
I
doing?
met Vanna too. before.
Vanna White? What would it be? Would you like to buy it? Oh.
Exactly. Oh!
We also
Sorry.
said that Joe said, tell Scott the Jetsons car was invented on this day.
Cool.
I'm not sure if it was, but
Nice.
Why don't we have
it's kind of hard to make that sound. Well,
It's
laugh.
George Jetson.
it? And his dog
His
Elroy.
boy Elroy.
Oh boy,
His
the dog
boy
wasn't
Elroy.
Elroy.
Wasn't Elroy.
Who was the dog?
There'll be a remake of that.
This
I'm
is
sure
out of
soon. They're
control,
running
man.
out of
What's going
ideas.
on? Are we in an
Jetson.
They
alternate
had beer.
universe? Is this real? Is this
It's
reality?
the sound effect.
Okay, where was I now? Oh,
were you?
Robbie Krieger of the Doors is 73
I
today.
love the Doors.
And Jeff Abercrombie of Fuel is 50. And tomorrow, Wednesday, January 9th, guitarist Carl Bell of Fuel is 52.
How
And-
cool is that, man? Two guys from Fuel.
I know, right?
Birthdays one
Nice.
day apart.
I know.
That's a double party for them.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We're partying tonight and
Oh,
tomorrow
yeah.
night.
And Bob Eubanks did the dating game. I knew that was the one that he did, too. He was always
Yeah,
good
man.
looking back then.
Oh, I don't know about that.
There's one. Oh, I can't even say it.
All right, move on.
Okay, where was
Next
I?
week's poll.
Actually, I like
Who's
this next
the
one a lot.
hottest game show
Jimmy
host?
Page, guitarist of Led Zeppelin, he's 75
One of the
tomorrow.
greatest guitar players of all
Yeah.
time. Happy birthday, Jimmy Page. Yeah.
And we got Dave Matthews. We know what band he's in. He's 52.
He's in the Dave
band is
Matthews
he?
Band.
Didn't I hear something about that they had dumped their septic tank on the bridge, and
Who, Dave
What,
Matthews?
from
yes,
their tour
yes.
bus?
So
Uh-uh.
yes. So something happened with their septic tank on the bridge, and there's another level below them. So imagine that scenario.
Oh, gross. Where was that? What bridge?
So, I don't know what bridge.
Somewhere.
Come on, man. Now you're really digging.
I think they
But-
should do community
and I think-
service and clean up after themselves.
They actually got fined for it, and so
Yeah.
on and so forth. So
a
if you're out
crappy
there,
deal.
Dave Matthews, and you
Pretty
want
crappy
to
thing to do.
you want to defend your honor, then
Rebuttal.
you're more than welcome to get in touch with us. Come on here.
Yeah, come on the show.
I know you drink
and
too much and this and that and so on.
We'll let you come on the show and defend yourself and tell us the true story.
Man,
That's funny.
I think Dave Matthews is one of those concerts I went to that I can't remember.
Exactly. He woke up naked in bed. He
No,
didn't
it
know
wasn't that good of a show. But
Nice.
no, it's like,
He had $10 in his pocket. And
no, next thing I know, we're in the box and some band playing. I forgot who I was even there to see. Next thing I know, it was over. Free food and alcohol. I don't know.
man,
I don't know how that came about, but it could have been Dave Matthews.
Well, we also have Rod Stewart. He's 74. Pat Benatar, 66.
Oh, my
and
God.
Michael Schenker of the Scorpions and Michael Schenker Group is 64. And Brett Smith of Shinedown is 41. That's tomorrow.
Man,
Love Shinedown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
I
Friday.
love Michael Shankar.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
awesome
So-
too.
spectacular.
On Friday the 11th, we have Cousin It on the Addams Family. It's Felix Cilia. And Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. He's 82.
No,
I thought it was
didn't know that he
25th
was
and a
on
half
Buck
century.
I didn't
Rogers.
even me either. I
But
didn't even
that's
know he was
because
still alive.
I didn't really know what
Cousin
It
Ed
looked
is
like.
still alive?
Yeah, I didn't know
What
that
the
either.
F
He
is
got a
going
haircut.
on?
So that's why I didn't know he was in Buck Rogers, because all you knew was his hair.
At least
Cousin
keep
Ed.
some of the hair,
I didn't even know
bro.
what he looked like, but yeah, he got a
too
haircut.
funny.
You lose the
obviously.
mystique,
Rogers.
man. I mean,
What was that that one show when we were younger? It was like this hand would come out of the box, and they would.
That was Adam Family. That was Sting.
No, but it was a scary one. Like they would have like this dollhouse, and it would go on fire, and it would have all these little scary stories.
What in the heck
My mom wouldn't
story
let me
are
watch
you
that.
watching?
I don't know.
What
it
are
was
you-
when I was little. I couldn't watch it. It was terrifying.
The hand.
It wasn't that. It was a hand, but like.
No, I did. Oh God, it's the claw. Nice.
Okay.
Yes.
Where am I now? Okay.
Remember when the
Vicky-
Where are
stepdad
you?
tried to do it to him, and he's like, "Get away from me." Get out of here.
Vicky Peterson of the Bengals is 61.
So we got a Go-Go and a Bangle.
Yeah.
Birthday this
It
year.
sounds like a new group. Go-Go
Go-Go
Bangle.
Bangle.
Walk like an Egyptian. No. Wasn't that? But anyway,
Go-Go
and
Bengals.
Saturday the 12th, we have radio personality birthdays. Rush Limbaugh, 68. Howard Stern is 65. And I have to say something. Howard Stern looks pretty good for his age, but Rush Limbaugh, 68, only a 3-year difference. He's looking really old.
He's had the crap.
He's had
Yeah.
the crap kicked out of him.
Oh
Right.
my
Howard
talking-
Stern. Howard Stern will be young forever for me.
Yeah.
His movie, and also I have a personal friend, Richard Christie, who also works on the show with Howard
Oh,
Stern,
that's cool.
which I played music with and recorded albums with. And it's funny, Richard Christie, you roll, brother, and Howard Stern and everything. He actually quit the band, and he goes to us. He goes, well, I'm gonna have to quit the band, guys. And we're like, well, why? And he was like, well, I just got hired to work for Howard Stern. You know, I'm moving to New York, and I'm like, damn it. You know, I mean,
So that's a
I
good
wouldn't
gig.
complain on that gig.
right? I'm like, have a nice time, man. I'm gonna
No
enjoy
Yeah,
it
one of
all.
the guys I used to work with at 98 Rock, Brent, he worked with Bubba for a while, and then he went on to work with Howard Stern.
Yeah.
And he works, you know, with the major corporations.
Nice. Is that the guy that Bubba didn't like?
That was
Possibly.
The one that
Brent that
screwed
was
him
on
over.
his-
Yes,
on his
yes.
show
I
originally.
remember
Whoa.
him ranting and raving about this Brent guy and how much of a not a good guy he was to him. So,
Oh.
Brent, if you're out there,
He's pretty
you
high.
did him wrong.
He's high up now.
Come
man.
correct. No,
He's,
I'm
high,
only
he's
kidding.
high up now. He's moved up in the world for sure.
Help me out. Come on. Get some shows together.
How amazing is
Stepped
that?
on the
That
right-
two of the biggest, two of the biggest radio personalities in history have birthday on the exact same day, and they're 3
Nice.
years apart.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And also we have Rob Zombie, 54,
Rob Zombie,
singer director.
which is awesome. And
He's kind of like the modern day Bob Dylan.
you know,
You can't understand
With the
what in the
twist.
heck he's singing about any of his songs. It's like, you know, yeah. Between him and the guy from Static X, I don't know. You can't understand what he's really saying. I mean, just maybe
Yeah,
like,
the other cool thing about Rob Zombie is, you know, it's his birthday. He's 54. I mean, I wouldn't have any idea. I mean, with his makeup, he could be, 70. He looks great. I
amen.
mean,
Amen.
yeah, looks
Who
the
cares?
same anytime.
He's halfway still young looking. He's rich and he's got a hot wife. So
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you ask for?
True.
So we do have some deaths this week, and I'm kind of glad we spent so much time on birthdays and stuff, because to be honest with you, there's been a lot of deaths. I mean, like everybody watching, just not just movie stars and this and that, but I mean, seems like on a lot of people's local feeds, on your Facebook feeds, you're seeing a lot of people, got in accidents or whatever for New Year's. I mean, it's just not a good way to
couple
start.
local people here.
Yeah.
that just recently passed away.
Those local people, that was that David Warren Buckingham?
Yeah, Warren Buckingham. And
David
he
Warren
worked with
Buckingham. He
Dave
worked with David
Erasmo.
Erasmo,
Yeah.
who was with us
For Christmas.
our Christmas show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died down in a car accident down in Key West.
Key
And
West
Bob,
on the
that plaid
29th.
jacket guy.
December 29th, he was 52. Another guy was a Plaid Bob. He's also killed in a car accident.
It was like here,
He was,
wasn't it?
and that was here in Largo. He was 56.
I heard some of the details of one of them, and it was just like, holy cow, it's kind of super
Wasn't it
super
coming
crazy.
after a bar here, like the Tap or something? The one
I think that he was at Niagara Tap because my bass player was there, and he said that he had just got done singing, and then all of a sudden,
karaoke.
yeah,
Right?
Wow.
karaoke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know some people that were there too. Yeah, that's sad. Another big name was a legendary WWE WCW interviewer, Gene Okerlund. That's Mean Gene.
Mean Gene.
I mean, this.
Yeah, it was very
people
recent.
that were into wrestling and whatnot. I mean, this is like one of your staples. This is where it all.
This is like
all
a Gordon.
started,
This is
you
like
know
a
what I
Gordon
mean?
Soley.
That's where it all started.
back in the day. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you got like Jesse Ventura, who's around here too. I guess he was one of the ones that gave him that original name in the first place.
Mean Gene.
Just kind of stuck with him. You know,
That's
but
right, brother.
But I mean, he's he's done interviews with everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
Everybody.
you know, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. I mean, the biggest names that there were.
Randy the Macho Man
You know,
Savage,
he was
Ultimate Warrior.
he was definitely there. Other than that, Daryl Dragon. I'm not
Anthony.
as familiar with this guy as I thought I was.
Don't go breaking my heart.
He's from the pop band Captain and Tennille.
Oh, I love that band.
I know, back
Yeah.
in the day.
Back in when I was
Muskrat Love,
younger,
remember that?
I mean, I listened to a lot of like weird stuff like Cat Stevens
Oh, yeah.
and Mac Davis and Captain and Tennille and
Right.
all kind of weird.
Well, the captain is no more.
Oh, you see.
So
Captain No More. You know, I guess he started out playing keyboards for the Beach Boys.
No, I didn't
yeah,
know that.
see,
I did not
You
know
know,
that.
I did not know that.
uh,
Yeah. In fact, it was the Beach Boys lead singer Mike Love that gave him the captain nickname.
Really?
Yeah, because
So
he
who
was so fond of wearing that captain's
who
hat
was
on
the girl?
stage.
Who was the Tennille? Was that his
Oh.
chick?
Yeah,
his
4
wife for a
4 years
while.
after that, he met Tennille. What was her name? Yeah.
Tony,
Was that his
right?
girl?
Tony Tennille, yeah. They got
Tony
married.
Tennille.
They were married
Really?
and stuff.
Man,
Quite
writing
a while with
music.
him.
Well,
and-
he left the Beach Boys to
They
do
got
Captain and
divorced at
Tennille
some
and stuff.
point.
Yeah, and then they got divorced.
They were top of the charts back in 1970 with a duo song they had called a Muskrat Love. And, Shop Around.
Muskrat Love.
It had those little sound
Shut
effects in
the
there.
front door
I know,
right
right?
now.
Love Will Keep Us Together.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yep, I remember that.
Shop around.
will keep us together.
See, that's what I'm saying is I wasn't sure
Yep.
that I knew who it was, and it's like, oh yeah, almost everybody has
Yep,
heard
yep.
that at some point.
So just stop thinking of you. Stop. Nice.
Yeah, she was actually by his side when he passed, which was cool, even though they were divorced and stuff. So that's
Now
cool
we'd be
for
singing
them,
that all
so.
night.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I will.
I will. I will.
So,
Nice.
you know,
So, anyways.
On that note.
on that note, I mean, boy, like I say, there's been a few other people that have died where, like I say,
This week in history. Yeah.
this week in history. I mean, it's been a lot. I don't know if it has to do with being New Year's or
That could be it.
The holidays and
or what.
Party
I mean,
too hard over the holidays and
partying too hard, or
when people get depressed.
people get depressed like before the show.
yeah.
Today I was feeling a little down.
It's all
I
right.
wasn't sure if I was gonna make it.
Aww.
It's all right, brother. We're here for you, man.
But I mean, like I say, we honestly could spend probably another 15 minutes to
Just
half
roll
an
a
hour.
couple through real quick.
I mean, Marco Polo. I mean, I guess if I had to pick out all these people, Marco Polo. I mean, everybody knows him. Hey,
Remember the commercial where Marco Polo's in the pool? He's like, what are you guys doing? Hey, I'm Marco Polo. I'm right here.
Yeah, he died today in
he died.
1324.
Well, that's hard to imagine.
24.
I wonder how he got that nickname.
I know, right?
I mean,
Wasn't a nickname.
How did
That
that
was his
even?
name.
Well, how did he
I
even
know, but
go
I
into
mean,
the
I'm
bowl
just saying,
game?
just the nickname of the game,
Aw.
just what
I
happened. What's the story behind that?
And if you're a kid and you got lost,
Did he get
in the
lost?
shop
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
stores,
Right.
It'd
Marco.
be traumatic.
Right, and
You're-
he's saying it to where
Marco.
you can. It's
Yeah.
like a beam, a guiding point to get you
Yeah,
back.
your mom shouting out Marco to try to find their kid, and everybody like, Polo! The kid's
Here I
being
am.
traumatic. You can't find me. You can't find me.
My dad did that to me on purpose.
Yeah, what if your
Like,
name
see?
was Marco
What,
and they were
lost you
yelling out?
somewhere?
Yeah, see, that's just crazy.
Actually, also on this day, 1991, Steve Clark of Def Leppard died.
I
Alcohol
absolutely
poisoning,
think,
30
and
years
this
old.
is my own personal. I think that he is the biggest rock star that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
He is the epitome of what we work for. Started that band, and just him, just in a whole rock star, screams it.
Yeah.
Screams
Natasha
it.
said that she lost her cousin a week before Christmas.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
Sorry
that.
to hear that. Yeah, it's never a good time for that at all, ever.
Like ever.
So we got Agatha Christie, who died on January 12th in 1976. She died at age 85. Obviously,
She wrote like a
staple
lot
for-
of mystery.
Yeah, a lot of
Oh, yeah,
murder, a lot of murder
absolutely,
mysteries. She was
absolutely.
very famous for that. Oh yeah, don't forget, on January 10th, David Bowie.
Yeah. I can't believe it's been that many
Isn't
years
that
already.
isn't that weird?
It
And
has
what was
been
the
that
what was
long.
the weirdest thing was that I saw a video of him like almost to where he was passing and singing a song like in the bed, and
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
was a weird. Sorry,
what
Louie.
in the hell am I seeing? I mean, like his last song, and then I was just like, holy crap! I don't know if I want to see this or not. I mean, it's just kind of weird, but
Hey man,
all the
kind of cool that he went out with music though.
right,
Right.
right,
Yeah,
right.
that's a cool thing. Actually, one you missed that I think was really cool that I wanted to talk about is Nikolai Tesla. January 7th, 1943, passed
Nice.
away. The Serbian-American physicist and inventor. He died at 86 years old. A lot of people don't know is that Guglielmo Marconi is actually credited for inventing the radio, but Nikolai Tesla is actually the guy who invented that. There's a
Really?
ton of other.
Where's Edison coming
Edison was one as well that a lot of his inventions were stolen from him. And
Are you serious?
Tesla was not credited with a lot of his
Oh,
stuff.
that's messed
In
up.
fact, that's where the Edison's Medicine song from
Tesla?
Tesla
Can you
comes
believe it?
from.
Well, if you're going to talk
They
about
talk about that. So, and of course,
Where's my
it's
royalties?
named after that car.
There's a couple people, and I'm not
But
even
yeah,
going to
yeah,
go
a lot
into
of
that
his-
either.
a lot-
Sorry.
There's a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna
a lot of stuff he invented that
I'm gonna
he didn't
retort.
get credited for. So.
Wow.
the William Hewlett, the American engineer and businessman, the co-founder of Hewlett Packard, dies of a heart attack at 87. That was on the 12th of January back in 2001. Bring that up because a lot of people know him, and I bet you he is spinning over in his grave if he has to call tech support. I swear, it's not a good thing, man.
Remember Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah. My ex had one of those stuffed dolls. It was creepy, but I think they're worth a lot. Or
Remember when he's
worth
sitting next to
something.
the dude, and the dude sprinkles the powder on his head, and
Oh,
his
yeah,
head
his head shrinks.
goes small? Hey, hey! Look at here!
Sunday, January the 13th, in 1929, Wyatt Earp died. at
I
age
actually
80.
played
Wyatt Earp
You did it
in a school play.
Did you?
Like what grade?
Really?
Cool, man.
Yep. I had to do research on
Was it
everything.
elementary or high school?
Elementary school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like
Wyatt
the
Earp.
history of him.
So
He
I was
seemed like a really cool
little
guy.
weighty Earp.
That's a mouthful.
Later died from herpes.
Oh,
Oh,
my
God.
God.
Oh, yeah. All right, we got to move
And
on.
on that one, we're going to
Seriously.
definitely have to move on.
Yeah, we're gonna
We're
rock
gonna have to-
rock
we're gonna
through
have
the
to
rest
cut
of this
that
pretty
one.
quick.
Edit right there.
So
Delete, good joke.
Miley Cyrus and her boo, Liam Hemsworth, they finally tied the knot after
boo
dating for
or
10
beau?
years.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call them. They did that back in November. They met in 2009, and they are now finally married. That's pretty cool.
She's happy about that.
They went through
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fire,
Actually, one of her
right?
friends said now her best friend is also her husband, and Miley is very
There was a
happy.
bunch
Whoa.
of
So
they
that's
lost
all.
their home
Whoa.
in
Yeah, Malibu. The
yeah,
fires,
Malibu with the
Malibu
fire. So that
fires.
made them
That's funny.
kind of rethink things, I guess.
Yeah.
Tesla
Well.
was the man.
On that note, Nirvana reportedly sued Marc Jacobs over items in the designer's bootleg Ruddock's Grunge. It was a collection that featured the band's iconic smiley face image.
Yeah, there's a picture of it
There's
right
a
there.
picture of it right there.
That's definitely the smiley face. Look at the mouth.
Oh yeah, there's
Can't
no
go off
question
of it.
about that.
Plagiarism.
I mean, look at when you're looking at the bumps in the mouth.
grin,
I mean,
yeah.
there's
And I just wanted to say, too, for all of
Same
these people
font.
that are out there who are making bootleg stuff and selling bootleg stuff, stop it. Period. This is our stuff. We created this, not for you to make money.
Yeah.
So that's just and I'm going to
Oh, so they changed. They put an M and a J. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only
Pay
thing they
us.
changed is just took the X's out and put letters there.
Yeah, they use the same
Absolutely
font for the name,
stupid.
too.
You
That's
deserve to
crazy.
get sued if you take somebody else's name and likeness and use it. So way to go.
Yeah, how uncreative is that, too?
Butthole of the week.
Don't get me started
Well,
on
at least they could have
samples,
gave
though.
them credit or something, made it like the Nirvana line or
At
something.
least
gave
try to give them some
royalties.
money
Yeah.
from it. I mean,
Right.
make
Well,
it
they're
right.
going to now.
Yeah, they will now, whether they want
Because
to
I
or
think
not.
that's going to be pretty hard for them to fight that in court.
So.
It's Extremes guitarist Nino Bettencourt is confirmed to Masters of Shred that the
Masters of
band is
Shred.
going to be putting the finishing touches on their first new album since 2008's Sodici's De Rock.
Cool.
However the heck you pronounce
I look
that.
forward to that.
Yeah, Nuno says it's definitely an edgier and heavier record, and the new Extreme album should be coming around March or April.
Wasn't that
That's
Nuno?
really cool. 'cause
Wasn't that
Nuno's
Nuno?
awesome.
We seen that Nam. He wasn't looking too healthy the last time that I saw him.
Really?
Really?
So whether he was just waking up and had that extra long nap or whatever, he was looking kind of
Be
gnarly.
that rock star.
So yeah.
Everybody has a bad day.
So might have been
I
his
don't know
bad
much
day.
about
Sorry, Nuno. I love you playing though, brother. Good job.
Well, yeah, he was just in town here too, you know, for that big shredathon.
Yeah, with Steve Vai
Steve
and
Vai
Yngwie
and Yngwie and-
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd have liked to have seen that.
Yeah,
I heard that.
I would like to have seen that too, but we were here in the studio.
I heard that Yngwie's now singing.
Yes.
When the hell
Really?
did Yngwie ever stop singing? You better call Ripper. You better call somebody, because I'm just saying
last
you need
time
to
I
stick to playing guitar and
Last
not
time I
singing.
never
saw
heard him
his
sing it, there's
keyboardist
no
did a
way.
couple of the songs, the Jeff
Right.
Scott Soto songs, and the keyboardist killed it.
Right.
He was
You need to
awesome.
let your keyboard singer play,
Yeah,
brother.
he absolutely
So
should let him
you
sing.
shred on guitar,
For
but
sure.
you're not a singer.
No, the bar is too high.
Good job.
You know, why would you want to do something else? I mean,
Well, but still, I mean,
when I
You
saw
should
him,
stick
too,
when
to
he
you
had-
go
he had a
through
smoking
every
singer was in
single
back.
good singer,
Oh, come on, he had Joe Lynn Turner.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Jeff
So
Scott Soto, those are phenomenal singers. And
Yeah,
look,
Ripper.
Yngwie did a good job. He really did. He actually did sound pretty good. I wasn't
I never heard.
but I would have preferred, honestly, after hearing his keyboardist play that night, I would have much preferred his keyboardist
Right.
continue to sing.
well, at least he
So,
keeps it in the family.
50th anniversary of Woodstock coming up this year. Yep. Check this picture out.
Man,
I know, crazy.
That was Woodstock back in the
Holy.
day.
I was just gonna have a couple people over and
A
Couple of people turned
It was,
into
what, 3
Joey
days?
told Stevie, and next thing you know,
That was
Is that a
August
couple thousand-
15th
couple
through the
hundred thousand?
18th, 1969, over 500,000 people.
Dang.
Yeah. That's a crazy.
Half.
man.
But they're having
Million.
another
Yeah.
one in August, right?
Yeah. The Bethelwood Center for the Arts confirmed that it will host a 3-day event on August 16th through the 18th, which is cool because that's the same exact weekend that it was back then in
Yeah.
1969.
Wow.
So 50-year anniversary.
Same place,
They're-
everything?
It's the same area. It's titled Bethelwoods Music and Culture Festival.
Nice.
And also, actually, a little fun fact is that the original one, with 500,000 people, cost $35,000 worth of damage.
Isn't
Now,
that
back
crazy?
then, that's a lot of
For the
money, though.
land.
So
That's a
the
ton
one
of
they
money
did
back
just
how much
recently.
damage can we do now?
Remember where they set all the fires and
Oh, yeah,
trashed
yeah.
a bunch of stuff, and it's just like,
Yeah, that was a lot
wonder
more
how much
damage.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably a lot more.
remember
But
all
fun
the-
fact,
way more than
this
that
week in
now.
history, on January 7th, 1970, is when all the neighbors claimed a civil action suit against Max, the farmer who owned the land on which the original Woodstock was held. So, I guess they just weren't happy with the music.
Farmer rocked.
Too many.
Max
people
is on the
having fun.
crap list.
Yeah, right.
Well, I heard he's also putting together a show,
one.
a
Good.
50-year anniversary show. And stuff.
Whoever else is still alive.
Yeah.
He's going to have Santana.
I mean-
Santana said they're confirmed for that.
Nice.
So that's pretty
And I
cool,
say
'cause they
that
were
in
in
the
the
nicest
original
way.
one.
Long life, guys.
They were,
I don't.
They were in
Nope.
the original one, so that's cool.
Santana was one of those bands where they're going to play, and one of the guys backstage gave him some liquid acid. You know, we're not playing for a
Don't
little
touch
while.
the brown
Did he
acid.
put it? Did he put it in his eye? Was it?
I don't know about all that, but what I do know is they weren't supposed to play for a little while. Next thing you know, they're like, "Oh, you guys got to go on right now."
Oh my
And
God.
Carlos is thinking, "Oh no, I just took all this acid," and he goes, "I just honed right into it, and I was there, and you saw what happened."
50 years later.
Yep. We got asked back again. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Big time.
I think he's
Cool.
going to be one of the only original artists that's playing, you know,
How
the 50
many
year
others are
anniversary.
still alive, I
Yeah,
wonder?
it's probably not many. Definitely not many. Hendrix sure isn't. So, anyways, let's check out what's going on with the local scene and unsigned artists. So real quick here, Amalie Arena shows. There's a few of them coming into town that are really cool. February 18th, Monday at 8 p.m. and Evening with Fleetwood Mac. That'll be a good one. Sunday, March 3rd, 7:30 p.m. Pink is bringing her beautiful Trauma World Tour to Amalie, and that I really want to go to that show.
She had
She
on that.
sings a
What
lot
was that
better
one?
than people give her
That
credit
one
for.
song, that French song that they did for that motion picture.
I know what song you're talking about, but I cannot remember the name of it, so.
I can't even. What's the name of that song, Joey? The Moulin Rouge
Oh,
song.
that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had the
Okay.
best ass out of all of those girls. Dude, I mean, it was insane. But so
You ever
anyway,
see? You see that special she did where she was hanging on the side of the building and she was singing?
kind of weird.
That was kind of cool, though.
Yeah,
That was
I
a
mean,
pretty unique thing, man.
She's always a great
She did
artist.
the
Yeah,
trapeze
she's a great
thing. That
artist.
was badass.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
So Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, the final tour coming March 15th.
The final
I'd
one.
love
night at
to
8
go
p.m.
and see that.
I would love to go see that too. You know, being from Michigan, Bob Seger is to Michigan what Tom Petty was to Florida. You know, up
This
there,
is
you know,
a true
Bob's
statement.
the guy, and I've never actually seen Bob play before. So it's one of those shows that I would really love to go. And of course, Kiss, the End of the Road World Tour.
Because I
From
know
April
that
11th.
you know that you want to go and see some Kiss. Because I'm going to start singing some songs right now, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I know that song, So,
So, you know,
wanna rock
it says
and
the
roll
end of
all
the
night,
road. Is
rock
you know,
and roll all night and party every day.
You know why it's not the end of the last tour or end of the road tour or that for Chris or Kiss? They've
Chris.
said that like 3 times already. There's
So did
already been
Ozzy.
Like 3 or
So
4
did
of them.
Ozzy.
That's why Ozzy's doing the No More Tours tour too.
You know what? Hey, I'm still alive. Let's do it again. One more
Jesus
tour. You know.
God, man.
Well, I get it, man. Being a musician, it's in your blood.
You
man.
can't
It's
get it out of your blood, but
Say
you
you
know
want
what?
to
Don't ever say
retire,
it's
but
the
then you're like, I
last,
can't
you know?
stop. I want to
That's
do it again.
I'm done. I'm retiring.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like Motley
stopping.
Crue said they're not going to tour anymore, but they're doing another
But
album.
you're
Maybe
not
if
yourself.
they can
No,
You're
I,
doing what
you know
love.
what's? I don't believe in. I don't believe in people playing with accompaniment. But if you're gonna go down like that, sometimes you might as well use accompaniment.
I mean,
if you just can't
I mean,
do
at
it
least for
anymore,
some
come
people,
on.
if you're going to come out and do classic songs, at least be able to sing the whole song.
Right.
I'm not
Oh,
going to
right,
name
right.
names. I was at Rocklahoma, and I saw a couple performances that were absolutely downright saddening to me. It was saddening to me, and I was just like, oh my God, the guitar player had to finish the set.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, my God. So,
Well,
Okay.
we got a couple more people that are coming actually to Ruth Eckert Hall this Friday. Now this is a big concert. Diana Ross.
yeah, that'd
I
be
would
pretty
love
cool.
Diana
to go
Ross.
see Diana
I'd love to
Ross.
see that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Joe said
This Friday.
wait to give you another beer. I
What?
have no idea why. Joe said to give you another beer.
Why don't you, Joe? Why don't you bring me some beer?
Joe, if
How
you-
about that?
It's
if
a
you
beer
were
night.
here, you could go down the
Yeah,
stairs and
see,
grab
I'll
a couple.
I'll meet you downstairs, and
Yeah.
I'd like a pizza, extra cheese and
Pizza.
pepperoni, please.
I would like a large pepperoni pizza. Hold the
Exactly.
crust. Matter of fact, I'm a little short on dough today. I'd just like to get some extra cheese delivered.
He's
No dough.
How much for that?
he's like
No dough. Oh man.
he's like
Since we're
wimpy.
being goofy,
I know, right?
Monty Python Spam-A-Lot. That's coming on the 19th. It's a
Spam-A-Lot?
Saturday in January. Yeah,
I actually
some
saw
comedy.
that before when they were in town last time. That was very, very funny.
Oh
it
my
was
God.
really cool.
I can
It
imagine
was
it.
a very fun thing
Remember
to see.
what was it in the Holy Grail. Remember where the
Yeah,
guy's holding the
Monty
pee
Python.
bucket? And remember he throws the coin in the bottom of the pee bucket, and the dude's looking at him like, "What are you doing, man? Stop it!"
It's a bloody flesh wound.
Exactly. It's only a flesh wound.
We got here's some more big names. I mean, in January on the 25th, we got Gladys Knight. That's a big one.
Is the Pips? Are the Pips coming?
I would believe so.
Don't you think
would
if
think they
if
would
the
say
Pips,
that if the Pips
Pips
were
were
gonna be there.
coming, wouldn't they like to be announced along
Like,
with
who were
her?
the
Gladys Knight minus the Pips.
Right.
Minus the Pips.
And what is the
Judging how
what does
big the
PIP
letters
stand
were,
for?
it was just Gladys
Pipless.
Knight.
She's pipless.
Oh my goodness.
What does PIP even
She's got
stand
a
for?
Oh my
oh,
God.
and she's wearing a pipple ring.
Oh my. Oh my.
Okay,
That was
I don't know
awesome.
about that.
He said
You
pimple ring.
you gotta stop, and somebody might pip her off. You know,
Pimple.
Oh my God.
No, pimple, not pimple. Pimple. Oh my God.
now in also in February we on the 12th we got Carol Burnett.
Oh, man.
That's speaking of funny stuff. I mean,
Yeah, right.
I love
She's
her and Goldie Hawn back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
her and
on the
those
Laugh-In
pretty funny.
and
Yeah, yeah.
everything. I mean,
That
amazing
was
stuff.
good
And her,
stuff, so.
Lucille Ball. On
that whole show was just crazy.
Yep.
You know, the other one that I wanted to mention is Herbie Hancock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Herbie
Yeah.
Hancock. That put us back in the 80s right there.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Rocket.
Yeah. So let's get on to what we were originally planning the show to be today, and that is we've got an independent band review, and this is why we got our man Wade in here too. You know, we played the music video "You're a Mean One," Mr. Grinch from this independent power trio from York, Pennsylvania, on our Christmas show. They are called Small Town Titans. And we mentioned we'd be showcasing and reviewing more of their stuff on an upcoming show. And since our intended guest, Mr. Chris McCarty, wasn't able to make it, we thought we'd make tonight Small Town Titan Night. And we go ahead and showcase them and review them on our first show of 2019. You can find them on Facebook at Small Town Titans, or you can go to smalltowntitans.com and check them out. They've got a lot of really great stuff on there. They are really a good band.
What label are they on? Do we know?
Actually, they're an independent band. They're not
Independent,
they're not
really?
signed. Yeah.
Yep.
they're-
I love the entrepreneur side of music these days, being they were so technology advanced that I mean, it's kind of making a lot of businesses obsolete
Yeah,
a little bit. So
absolutely.
if you're not up on what you do, then I mean, you can't carry through and do your business to your full potential. So always keep your eye on it.
Yeah, I give some major credit to these guys because they've been really out there knocking it down. And they're
I'm
good.
gonna tell you, I like it. I like that you guys are from PA because I'm also from Newcastle, Pennsylvania, and stuff. So if you like corn and you like the Amish, then of course come and visit Pennsylvania. You
Now,
can
you're
go
not talking
downtown.
about the band Corny.
I'm like, I thought
talking
corn was
about
from
real
Bakersfield.
corn.
Oh, the real corn.
Cornfields.
Gotta
Yeah.
sink your teeth in
Yeah.
this one.
Children of the
Sitting
corn.
around and watching the
my God.
sitting around and watching the grass grow. I do like the fact that you guys are talking about making $4,000, and it kind of reminds me of a school question. Johnny went to the concert. He drank a little bit. He bought his girlfriend some beers and this and that and pizza and and then he only has this amount when he goes home. So working musicians and stuff, it's funny that business is the way that it is, and you guys end up with little money. But like you said, you're a fan-based band, and you like to go out and play for your fans and stuff, which is what people want to see. I mean, putting out a record and stuff. I was told once that sometimes it's better to just do nothing, right? More so than churning out something that you're not happy with just because the record company wants you to. So, good for you guys. I like the fact that, you're influenced by so many different things. I was listening to a bunch of single stuff, The Junkie for You. Absolutely love that. The playing vocals or singing vocals and playing bass at the same time of the technical ability that you're able to get to, man, I think it's absolutely amazing from a singer standpoint. I mean, the Tiny Dancer's absolutely amazing. Piano Man, War Cry, I love all that. Monster Mash, I was like, my God, these guys are incredible, man. So I wish you guys all the success in the world. I think it's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some of your cover songs, the Spoon Man stuff. Huge Chris Cornell fan, and man, I tell you, you really got something going on there, Phil. It's definitely a good job, man.
Well, let me tell you guys, that's a really good compliment.
I don't have to say this. You know, I mean, it's like giving somebody a couple $100 under the table for them to write a good review about you. You know, if I didn't think it was good, I would say, yeah, I'm going to pass this question on to somebody else.
So speaking of Junkie for You, I dig that song a lot too.
Yeah. It's killer hook. I mean,
got
it's
two
just the
videos that we're going to
production.
show you right now. If you saw the Christmas video, and as you watch these videos and listen intently to their music, we want you to comment on them, and we will discuss them afterwards. We're going to play two of them back to back. We're going to play Junkie for You, Hey Mama. It's a really, really cool song. That's the one Wade was just talking about. And then right after that, we're going to go for a little bit softer side on the band and give you a good feel of this band's range, and play a song called Dragonfly, which has Phil Freeman, the lead singer, playing acoustically all by himself. And he said that song was written for his mother. She passed away in February 2017 after a 3-year battle with cancer, and she loved dragonflies, which happen to have deep spiritual significance in many traditions and cultures, representing love, freedom of spirit, and compassion. And he said she embodied all of those qualities. So he intended that song to celebrate her life. So we're going to play these two back to back, Junkie for You and then Dragonfly, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this, and we want to know what you guys think about it. So make sure that you comment while you're watching this stuff. So you got
I wrote a question. I said them to let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Nice. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Phil Freeman. This is Ben Giles. This is Johnny Ross. This is Small Town Titans, man. Pay attention to these guys. They're really good, man.
Yeah, and this is Junkie for You.
Hey, mama, you don't need no lipstick. Hey, mama, you don't need nothing fixed. Cause the only fix in this whole situation is the fix that you're giving me. Cause I'm a junkie for you. Are you gonna be my body? Cause baby, I'ma be your Clyde. We'll paint up the town, load up the Tommy, and stick off the 5 and dimes. Cause it's a crime the way the world paints your face when your face is like a porcelain doll. So let me hold you in my arms, let me show you what it is. Let's push that world against the wall. Don't put a front up for me, baby. I want you good, bad, and ugly. Cause you're too pretty to quit, but damn it on our side, so it's time to split. Hey, mama, you don't need no lipstick. Hey, mama, you don't need nothing fixed. Cause the only fix in this whole situation is the fix that you're giving me. Cause I'm a junkie for you. 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 Oh, are you gonna listen to them or are you gonna listen to me? The salesman saying if you don't feel pretty, he's got everything you need. He's got diet pills, cover up things that say you're not enough, things for you to hide behind. But you're the prettiest baby when you got nothing on your hand, there's nothing on your mind. Don't put a front up for me, baby. I want you good, bad, and ugly. Cause you're too pretty to quit, but damn it on our side, so it's time to split. Hey, mama, you don't need no lipstick. Hey, mama, you don't need nothing fixed. Cause the only fix in this whole situation is the fix that you're giving me. Cause I'm a junkie for you. I'm a junkie for you. gave me life, you showed me love, you sang me songs, God above. You taught me what it is to give. And now it's time for you to go, and Lord knows that I'll miss you so, because you showed me how to live. So dragonfly, fly away, go and find a better place. Faith that we'll be okay, and leave the suffering world behind, and find the light on the other side. I'll see you again someday, I'll hold you again someday. The end is near, but only here. There is no end, so have no fear. Your wings will take you to the stars. And as we spiral into space, you'll be shining on in endless grace, and always mend my broken heart. So dragonfly, fly away, go and find a better place. With faith that we'll be okay, and leave the suffering world behind, and find the light on the other side. I'll see you again someday, hold you again someday. Cause your last breath here is your first breath there, wherever that may be. And as time goes by, I will sing so high and be oh so happy. You are free, you are free. So dragonfly, fly away, go and find a better place. Faith that we'll be okay, and leave the suffering world behind, and find the light on the other side. I'll see you again someday, I'll hold you again someday. Whoa. Dragonfly, fly away, go and find a better place. I'll see you again someday, hold you again someday.
And there you go, people. That is Small Town Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was Junkie for You and Dragonfly. And I gotta tell you, man,
guys.
two different styles, two different ranges, and I'm I was impressed the first time I heard these guys. Actually, I got to throw a shout out to my cousin Dave, because he's the one that introduced us to the band. He's the one that put the video for Mr. Grinch on our Facebook page, and thanks for that, because through that discovered this band. And his range, like we were talking about during the songs, man, just unbelievable.
Range is super sick. The Dragonfly song was way cool, man.
Very heartfelt.
Way cool. My mom had passed away, as my wife, mom passed away from cancer as well.
Oh,
and
what
a horrible word. I hate that word. And actually, wear bracelets. It actually says something a little different than that. But you know, yeah, not a beautiful song. Phil, you have one of the most beautiful voices that I've ever heard. I'm just not saying that. Wow. I think that your dynamics and your delivery and everything, your placements, your melodies, everything is just amazing, man. You guys are a great band, and I hope that you get all the attention that you need, man, because you guys deserve it.
Yeah, I think they deserve it too.
Yep.
You know, I mean, when you look at their Facebook page, their YouTube, and you check out some of their videos, a lot of the stuff they do there, especially the cover stuff they do it live, and they do a spectacular job.
Just listening to the Spoon Man cover, absolutely amazing. You know, I mean, it's just great. You know, you guys kind of remind me a little bit of a Black Stone Cherry meets like a Jack White from the White Stripes, kind of in between those two, but you have the dynamics, you have the blues, but then again you have the technical ability, and your range is just incredible, man. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Real solid band too.
Super.
The three-piece, man, they are all excellent musicians.
It's amazing.
Just really, really good. We're going to get into some more videos, you know, near the end of the show. In fact, they've got the one is the Devil's Choir, and
I like that one.
you know, one of the things I love about these guys is they're super goofy as well. That video is hilarious because they're not really playing real instruments. It's pretty amusing. So.
The Devil's Choir. Well, wait until you see the video.
Where do you hear it? It's really, really a killer song. We're also going to play Me, Myself, and Monster and War Cry, and we'll probably close the show out with that, or Wreck. Wreck's a cool one as well. They got a lot of really great stuff. You know, I was so impressed the first time I heard them. What really blew me away was, you know, the first time I heard him was The Grinch, and the low that he did on that, so low, it reminded me of Typo Negative. You know, that guy had such
vocal range is
this super low that is really, really hard to get. You know, unless you've got a low voice to begin with. That's very unusual. But
you can't really do the low voice unless you got it.
But then he killed it on the high.
Yep.
It went from this super low to this real high range. I mean,
it's
look
just
at
a
the
natural
falsetto he did.
It's a natural
You know?
thing.
Yeah.
You know, we all know as singers, you know, your falsetto is a more airy sounding kind of thing, but he approaches everything. Everything's done artistically and very beautiful. So good job.
Very professional.
Yep.
Really
Small
like
Town
these guys.
Titans. This is no joke. They are definitely a power trio. For sure.
They're definitely
They said that they just don't do a show. They said that when they used to do shows that it was good, but then all of a sudden it came into like a revival. You know, that it was great. The people had already seen them once. So once you see them twice, you know that you're going to get a good show and stuff, man. So I do believe that quote, you know, by what I've seen and what I've heard so far, highly recommended, Wade Black approved. So, you know, I mean, hey,
got the Wade Black stamp of approval.
Take it for what it's worth, man.
Their CD's not going in the garbage can.
Well, we're going to have to make it a graphic that says Wade Black approved.
Nice. I'll get my stamp. I'll just sit there all day. Nice. There's been so many CDs, and my wife will approve to this, Joey, that I've listened to in the car, and I'll take them, and I'll just chuck those some bitches right out the window. They're gone. My wife, she's like, I wanted to listen to that more. I was like, you didn't hear enough of that right there?
Sometimes you have to listen to something and it grows on you, or it doesn't. You know what I mean? Sometimes I have to give it a second chance.
Better be glad I'm not an A&R. Better be glad I'm not an A&R rep, because a lot of you bands would not make it.
If I was an A&R rep, I'd be signing Small Town Titans.
So the hybrid sessions, and the couple. What was the other name of the other record, real quick?
What was it?
Oh,
I'm sorry. No, it's all good. Damn it! What are you doing?
You're throwing us on the spot,
There
man.
was
Don't do that.
There was actually 3. One was just the session.
EP first.
That was the
Right.
live sessions, and then oh my gosh, I have to look again.
Fight
It's
to
okay.
Flight.
Fight to Flight, and there was
Fight-
another
Fight
one.
to
From
Flight.
Fight to
and
Flight.
the hybrid sessions.
Fight
Yes.
to Flight.
Sessions.
Two records that.
And then they had the Small Town
Reflection.
Titans EP.
Reflection.
So any
Reflection, that's
big
right.
record companies that are out there that are looking for bands to take a spin on, I give these guys a try. I'll throw them a few dollars, throw them in the fire, see if they float. What can you do? You know?
I like that they put
It's a great
down
band, great promotions. They're doing it themselves right now, so that their mind's into promoting themselves and doing the business, creating a good show, and moving to the next level, man. So give the guys a chance. I say yes.
Yeah, and in their area, they've won several, competitions
Yep.
as regional winners and stuff for band on the Rise contest and Hey, I'm in a Band 2 contest, which is kind of a funny name for a contest,
that
but
funny?
I like it.
Sam, I am.
That's great.
I will not eat green eggs in here.
Nice.
Single of the Year winner, 717 awards in
Nice.
2013. Yeah.
They're a great band, man. I mean, they've got a
They're
good
excellent.
running, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, man. And once again, that is the Small Town Titans. You can check them out on Facebook at Small Town Titans and also smalltowntitans.com. So the boys.
This
right there.
was the direct quote. It said that Small Town Titans show has evolved into more than a concert. It's an event. This is an event coming to see this band. 'Cause
That's
it's so
a good thing.
There are only 3 guys for crying out loud, and you're able to do this kind of music and do it this good. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're only as good as your next show. You're only as good as your next record. I say this all the time. You're only as good as the people you're surrounded by, and there you have it.
They actually played here in Tampa.
Did they? I'd like
a
to
little over
see
a
them
year
next
ago,
time.
And they played at Brass Mug. And
Isn't that
I
crazy?
actually, when I was looking on their website and I first contacted them, I thought they were coming into town. And so I was like, when you guys are here, we got to have you on the show. We got to talk to you. And they're like, that was a show we played a while ago.
Wow.
So I was like, cool. So we'd love to get them back here. And they did say that if they come into town, they will absolutely come into the show, or they'll at least, we'll be able to meet up with them and do an interview. So that would be really great. And so you will hear more from them, from us. So, but it's time to dive into the crowd and hang with the fans. Actually, what did the fans say about that? Anybody have anything to
Well,
say? in regards
they
to this?
liked them. They love their voice. Wait a minute, hold on. And I think Michelle liked the Dragonfly song. She loved that.
Yeah, that's a
That's
like I said,
really
very
great song.
heartfelt
Yeah.
song. Very heartfelt.
The lyrics.
Michelle was
and that,
asking if they were a local band.
They're from Pennsylvania.
From Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yes. So York, Pennsylvania.
We'll be here at some point in time.
Hopefully we'll have
Again.
it here sometime in the near future, so for sure. So let's move on to the crowd surfing. And we're back!
Yep. You know what time it is? It's time to
Time
talk
for the
with the poll.
show poll, man.
The
yeah.
show poll. It's
Hope
time
you
to talk
guys
with the
voted
show
on
poll.
this one.
Whoa.
Yeah, we didn't tell you what
It's that kind
was.
of party, huh?
That's always that kind
Whoa.
of party with us, brother.
Whoa.
So for this week, I was wondering, what movie did you think was better? Which did you think was better? Did you think of Almost Famous or The Rock Star? Now,
I like
those movies.
Rockstar.
They're not in. There's a lot of movies that are about the Doors or about Elvis or whatever. But I mean, these are more or less movies about show
Right.
business. per se.
Rockstar, the way it was done, the way it was performed, the way it was, the people that were in it. It was amazing. It's the
Kennedy,
ultimate.
Mark.
It had Zach Wilde in it. Stop. It
Yeah.
had Blas Ilas
Yeah.
from Slaughter.
Yeah.
Stop it. And all these people, and this was actually a story about Judas Priest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say,
So-
starting out that way, but come to find out,
Right.
yes, it actually was.
Right. We
about
cannot
Judas
put the.
Priest, but they didn't.
No, I'm not even going to say that either. So
They actually did not end up endorsing it because
They didn't say it like that, though.
The movie ended up being in my opinion, now, don't get me wrong on this, because I absolutely love that movie.
Right.
But it did end up being taken a little bit on the cheesy side, you know, and they
Rockstar.
showed it. Yeah. And that is one of the reasons that Priest really didn't endorse the movie, because of the.
But
the
look
way
at
they
how big
pursued
it became.
Oh,
though.
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It was a great movie.
Like,
yeah, it was a great movie. You know, I mean, you got.
Give me blood. Give me blood pollution.
I will say this, music-wise, it by far
Well,
had
yeah,
the better soundtrack, by far.
Yeah.
The best soundtrack, you know. I mean, singer from Steelheart on the vocals. on
Mike
that,
Majelovic.
Yeah.
There are a lot
Incredible.
of, you know, there are a lot of things about the movie Almost Famous, though, that are unique in its own. And I mean, you know, and one of those two movies has a couple sayings that you only hear.
Do you know who
Like-
wrote Stand Up and Shout
Steelheart?
originally? No.
Steelheart.
Yeah.
Jeff Scott
Who was
Soto
it?
sang part of it. Sang it.
Yeah,
I don't
he
know who
sang
wrote
on that
it.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys don't know that, do you?
No, I don't.
I'm going to give you a couple seconds to think about it.
2001 and 2002.
Red Rocker, Sammy Hagar,
Hagar,
really?
originally wrote that
Did he
song.
really?
She
Really?
was showing me some
did
old
not know that.
because we love Sammy, but she
Score,
loves
girl.
Sammy a little bit more
Nice.
than me. So she plays this song, and I go,
That's
"That sounds like Stand Up and Shout," and do 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 do, and I was like, "What?"
Did not know that.
Sammy Hagar, thank you once again, brother.
Nice. I
The
didn't
Red
know.
Rocker.
Absolutely.
Learn something new every day.
Absolutely. But
Sammy's awesome, man.
wife's mother was a huge fan.
Yeah, I couldn't
Matter of
believe it.
fact,
I was
The
in
license
such
plate,
awe.
Red
License
Rocker
plate
license
says
You know,
Red
yep.
Rocker.
So he goes from Montrose to Red Rocker, then to Van Halen, and then back to Red Rocker again. It's stupid sick, man.
There's
We're
no
gonna make
reason
it
to
down
go
to
anywhere
Cabo
else.
one of these years.
He's
Yeah,
crossing
me
it.
too. I want to go there.
Yeah, it'll be a bucket
Let
list.
me know
maybe.
when you're going. We'll go.
You know,
I'm
with
telling you, man.
It'd be great.
Telling
Yeah.
you.
Rich Mark said it's not a party till Rich Mark shows up. Fact.
Nice, nice. It's
that banana
funny.
man?
It's funny.
Banana
This
man.
is
Banana man.
this is so we'll go into
Bandana
this.
Man.
We'll go into this for just a brief second. He was going to be here. He called downstairs. My phone was on silent because I'm on the air and we're doing a show and stuff. But anyways, War of Thrones will be at Brass Mug February 23rd with the mighty Saxon. Denim and Leather is coming here. They're only going to be here in the States for maybe 7-8 shows that I hear. They're coming to Brass Mug, for crying out loud. This place has never seen so many metalheads that are going to be in the same place in their entire life. And you get War of Thrones and you get 20 Shades as well that'll be opening the show. So this is going to sell out. So if you guys need tickets, hit me up. Come and see an amazing show. And come get your head shredded off.
Yeah, cool.
When's that date
Very
again?
Cool.
February 23rd, Saturday, Brass
Nice.
Mug,
February 23rd.
Tampa, Florida.
It's gonna be a great
So,
show, brother.
yep.
Yeah. Definitely have to go to
Very
that.
cool. Very cool.
So, you know, I got to say though that when you actually mention which movie is better, the story behind Almost Famous, I believe, is a better written story. It's a better written
I'm
movie.
going to have to say overall movie, Almost Famous.
Yeah.
Because I love, what was the girl's name? The blonde girl?
Kate.
I think that she's
Okay,
one of the
Hudson.
most gorgeous
Kate Hudson.
women in the entire world. I think
Absolutely.
that just, my
She was-
God, that
she
girl.
was a Band-Aid.
Yeah, she was the Band-Aid.
Band-Aid.
That's right.
Penny Lane, was it?
Yeah.
Penny Lane, right?
Yeah.
Remember when they were on the bus and they started all singing the song?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, for crying out loud, you got to be kidding me. Way better movie.
Yeah. Right.
Rockstar had the better sound.
But I mean,
Right. Right. And
Like,
so
like I
I'm,
was saying,
I'm all about Almost Rockstar.
Right. Well, you know what? So when you're on tour and you come back home and you have to get off the bus and go back to your day job, that really sucks. That's
Yeah.
the sucky part of it.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
It's like
the
and,
drawing line
saying
off.
saying goodbye because he loved
Right,
that
right.
girl.
Right. Right.
He loved Penny
Yeah.
with all his heart, but he had to say bye to her, you know.
And not
But
only
she
that-
was moving to Acapulco or wherever the hell she was going to.
Story of the kid.
Where was that? She was going to Morocco. Sorry, thank you, Joey.
Acapulco.
the story of the kid trying to become a writer and getting this
Rolling Stone.
opportunity
At
for
such a
Rolling
young age.
Stone
Remember
at
when he
such a young
changed his
age.
voice? Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so that's yeah, man.
You know, but him going out and going on road with this band and stuff.
City of Lives.
Write a story for Rolling Stone magazine. You know, that was just a really, really great story.
Great story
and
all the way.
honestly, the movie overall, I think, is the better story and the better movie.
And then,
I agree.
but
you know, at the
the
party-
soundtrack for Rockstar smokes.
well,
Right.
yeah, I would agree with that. I mean,
But that's why I voted for Almost Famous. So.
but Almost Famous, you know, he gets up on the barn above the pool. I'm a golden cow.
Hell yeah, are you
That
kidding
part.
me? That was the
great.
best. That's me, bro. That's what I do. I'm jumping off. I'm jumping off the roof into the sweat. Yeah.
Jump into the pool from the
What do you
roof
want to
like
say?
that.
Yeah.
I am on drugs.
That's right.
It's like, oh man.
My God.
I mean, yeah, there was not that there wasn't funny parts in in Rockstar also, but the other part is when the plane was crashing.
Oh, for
Remember
Christ's sakes.
Everybody's
Everybody's holding on.
crashing and everybody's
Me
telling
and-
each other dark secrets. I'm gay, and as soon as he tells them he's gay, the plane just starts smoothing
Yeah.
out. It's like,
Me,
that didn't just happen.
my God, me and Gary Muchmore were like that coming back from Europe, flying into Tampa International Airport actually, and there was some really bad turbulence, and I mean we were dipping to where
Very
I was like, whew, I grab a hold of the and I'm like,
like
oh
that.
my God, I'm like, and I'm looking at Gary, he's looking at me, and I'm like, oh, this is not good, man. Whew.
Tough stuff, man.
Man.
So who won the poll, brother?
So, who won the poll? Believe it or not, it was Rockstar. Rockstar won the poll by 60%, 60 to 40%.
Because people
close.
just dig metal,
Yeah.
you know.
Metal, you know, could be another thing. I mean, I
Zach,
don't know.
it was Zach.
Yeah.
Zach pushed it over the top.
Mark Wahlberg, you know, Jennifer Aniston. I mean, they might have had a little
Jennifer
pull.
Aniston is one of my all-time favorite chicks.
She
You know,
is
but
super. She is
she
super,
is-
super beautiful woman.
Yeah, beautiful.
I
Woman.
think they need a sequel to that somehow.
I actually think my wife looks a little bit like Jennifer Aniston.
He's
When I first
aw.
met her, I used to tell people that I just met Jennifer Aniston. And I tell her about this and that. Yeah, so I love her.
Move
Thank
that
you.
camera over there.
Nice. We've been married.
Brad,
We've been
come
married
sit
for.
by your
Can't
man.
do
We've
that.
been married for 8 years, and it's been absolutely wonderful to have somebody around me all the time that is so supportive of me, of my lifestyle, of what I do, music and stuff. And I think that she's actually a bigger music lover than I am, you know. And this is what I do. It's my lifestyle.
She
But I
got to
actually
put
think
up with your shit.
she she does. She does. She has.
That's got to be worth something.
She has the most patience with me, and it's absolutely a beautiful thing to finally find the one that
Yeah.
that you should have been with in the beginning.
Aw,
Yeah.
you guys
Oh,
all
there you
make
go.
it.
Rocks, brother.
I'm so
Good
happy
stuff,
for
man.
you
Yeah, that's the
guys.
way it should be, man.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
you should be supportive
The way
of
it
each
should
other
be.
all the way.
Yeah. But music's my life. It's what we do. You know, you guys know as musicians, we want to create. And if you're not creating, you know, you're sitting on the log with moss growing on your ass.
Yeah.
So get out, be creative, you know, do original stuff, man. Get out, support original music and stuff, because everybody starts from somewhere, you know, and that's what starts beautiful careers. So you know, be creative.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Find yourself a wife like Red did.
Yeah, ha ha. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah.
People have actually asked me. They go, can we clone your wife? My friends actually asked me. She's so cool. Does she have a sister? And she's like, no, she doesn't have a sister. She's the only one, you know.
The
So
bold was
if we can
broken.
clone Joey, we'll all be millionaires. So. Woo!
So for you scientists out there, we got a challenge for you.
Exactly.
It's the clone
Clone
challenge.
Joey Wars. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, congrats to Rockstar. It
Cool,
was definitely
man.
a cool
Very cool.
movie. That was actually a tough call for me, but you know, when we based it on the fact that which one was actually the better movie, you know, I had to go with almost Rockstar.
Dude, we got a cool guest coming up next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a really
Actually, so
cool guest
let's,
coming up
it's
next
time
week.
to step into the spotlight.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to find it.
D, who's coming up
I'm
next
feeling
week?
the pressure here, and I was like, wait a
Pressure,
minute.
Come on,
Putting
deliver
on
it.
the pressure, putting on the pressure. Come
Sell
on.
it.
Look,
the
we're
tourniquet.
going to let D tell you who's coming next week because D was the one that secured him for us, and it's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, so coming on the show next week, January 15th, we have Thomas Crane. He's the singer of Marianne Crane and the filmmaker of Kill Devil Films.
Cool.
And he's done a lot, worked with a lot of artists. He worked with Wade's band.
Woo!
Yep.
And
Thomas Crane,
Yep.
what's up, my
Sister
brother?
Crystal.
Woo! Bringing in the magic. Kill Devil Films. We're up, funny, 6 stories up on the top of this building. We got drones flying around. We're
That's so
kicking the
awesome.
metal. We're killing it. Kill Devil Films, Thomas Crane. Go and check this guy out. Pretty soon, you're not going to be able to afford him. So you might as well get him now because great stuff, Thomas.
he's done a lot with Camelot.
He's done a
Yep,
lot with
he's a good kid,
he
man.
does some really
Good
good
egg.
stuff, man. Really
You're a good egg,
Look,
yeah.
High definition
I've been into
equipment.
video for a while now and working in radio and TV.
You
and-
saw our video. I
and
mean,
I like to do that kind of stuff, but
we've
I gotta
had
say, he's
45
better at
hits.
that than I am.
45 hits, Thomas Crane. We've had on our video so far. So, good
I
job,
have
man.
way more than that.
Yeah,
got
well,
more than
and-
45.
and we will. Well,
Should be like
it's only been
45,000.
it's only been out for a little bit. So
Well, we're gonna play it again next week.
nice,
when
and
he's
I
on the
Alright,
show.
we'll do
appreciate
that for sure.
that.
We're
And thank
definitely
you guys
gonna do
once
that.
again. Sound effect, local music abroad. Anything that you have and stuff that you want to come in and do video and stuff. These guys have a beautiful facility. You know, come in.
Yeah, and thank you for Bake More Pies for letting us do this out of here. Can't say enough about these guys.
Here, give me a
Great
close up in
people.
here.
They are some fantastic people.
Bake more pies. Okay? I mean, seriously, this place is absolutely beautiful. So come down, check it out. You have a live performance downstairs, correct?
Yes, we do have a
So
live
I mean,
performance room
this
downstairs.
I'm actually going to bring my band in here, and we're actually really going to do a live downstairs. So War of Thrones live here at Bake More Pies.
Yep,
and
it'll be cool.
sound effect. This is going to happen. I mean, I just said it. So it's going down.
Awesome.
Now we're
Very
forced
cool.
to make it happen.
Now we're forced to make it happen.
Wade speaks when he
Bam!
speaks.
Wade
Everyone
has
make it
spoken.
happen.
Let it
Very
happen.
cool.
Let it be. We will absolutely do that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you'd like to do a show here, or you want to get some video work done here, you know, we have great facilities here. Just check them out, bakemorepies.com. Thank you to Cords and Mike and everybody here. They're just wonderful people.
Definitely.
Just great people, you know, all around. Another show we got coming up here really soon, which is really cool since football season is coming to an end and the big game is just around the corner on the first Sunday of February. Just before that, on the 29th, we are going to be having a special super show with a couple of Super Bowl champions right here in the studio with us. My friend Earl Christie, he was in Super Bowl III with the great Joe
Crazy.
Namath.
What?
Crazy.
good
Oh,
friend.
yeah.
Shut the front door.
That's
What's
great.
going on?
He is a good friend of mine, and he will be here in the studio with us.
He has a ring and everything?
Oh, he's got a.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, he's very,
He's very cool.
nice guy too.
He's a very
And
great
fun.
guy.
Coolest guy
And
I've
You
met in a
can't
long
help.
time.
You can't help but be in a great mood around Earl. He's got the most positive personality I think I've ever met in my life.
Nice.
So he's
Really?
a great guy. Great
Wow.
guy. 75 years old and just spunky and just
Still
I go
killing
to
it.
all the Bucks games with him. I work the games. We go
Are
down
you
and
serious?
interview the players and stuff like that.
Wow. Does he flash around the ring and stuff?
Oh, of course he does.
I would
did the
too,
same
though.
thing. I'd
I
be
would
like,
too.
what's sandwiches?
Well, what's really cool is, you know, he'll meet little kids and stuff that might be standing out there waiting to get
Right.
some autographs from the Bucks.
Show 'em the
players
ring
or
a little bit.
something, and he'll show them the ring, and he'll let them put the ring on, and take picture with them and stuff like that. You
I
know?
was one of those little kids.
but isn't that super cool
No,
that
super
he's
cool.
done it all
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
still able to share and be cool like that and giving?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
Yep.
amazing.
So he's going to be in here, and along with that, we're going to have Michael Clayton from the Buccaneers and the New York Giants. He won the Super Bowl with the New York Giants, one of the two Super Bowls where they beat the
Nice.
Patriots.
Nice.
And Michael is a friend of Earl's, and through Earl, I've met Michael and become a friend of him as
Do
well.
these guys, is this kind of like the Wonder Twins? So with everybody that has a Super Bowl ring, can they like all put them together and they all can
I
like
am ISIS.
You know what?
time transport like poof,
Sure.
We
and they
should
just
try that on the show.
right.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's been tried before.
We'll have to
Let's see.
try
Wonder
that.
Twin powers activate. I will be in the form of water, and I will be in the form of a fire-breathing dragon.
That would be cool.
Hell yeah.
man.
That goes with War of Thrones, at least, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
No, and we definitely would definitely be showcasing your video, as long as some of the other ones that he's got as well next week.
And I appreciate that. Kill Devil Films, Thomas Crane, and his band. If you've never seen his band
we're
before
gonna
live, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like a macabre, kind of Marilyn Manson-ish. Not Marilyn Manson, but kind of gothic.
Yeah.
I'll call it gothic.
Yeah.
More so than anything else. And the kid's got something, man. He's onto something.
Yeah, we're gonna
So-
play some of his
It's going to
music.
be very cool.
We're gonna
Very
play
cool.
some of the videos that he shot and some
Right.
of his music.
I just
as
say
well
nice
and
things
stuff, so.
about him because I want him to give me a cheaper price on my next video and stuff. So, only kidding, Thomas. Believe me, if I didn't mean what I said, I wouldn't say it.
That's
So,
great. Yeah, so
Very
we
cool.
have the 2 Super Bowl champs in here. We're going to discuss, the big changes in the history of the NFL from.
Well,
way
it
back
has.
then
Look at
to
them.
now.
So they go to no pads, to no calls, to where they're kind of almost
To no field goals.
semi-pansiest, and we're gonna freeze a kicker, and we're gonna do this and that, and just stop it. Play the
can't
game for
tackle
what
the quarterback.
Not with 3 fingers,
yeah,
you can't.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa.
You know what? I'm also going to try to make sure that we show some music that night from a guy that we had here at the studio, and that beautiful piano that's downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
He came in and we recorded him playing that. And
Did you get video of that?
We did.
And
get
his name
video of
is?
that. His name actually
Sean
Brown.
Okay, and this
Sean
piano.
Brown is the keyboardist for the Blues Brothers.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
And-
God! Can we get me and him downstairs singing together, and maybe do? Oh my God! We can do.
You
an
want to
old
have
Blues
fun?
Brothers song.
You want to do a
Dun,
serious
dun,
thing, or you
dun,
want to have
dun,
fun? Because
dun,
we can
dun,
have fun too.
That
Cause
would
I
be cool.
want you, and I want you. I want to do a song with him downstairs. I do.
Well, he came into the studio and he played on that piano.
I'll wear
and
my
sang
Blues
some
Brothers
songs,
shirt
and
that I got from Dallas as
I'm
well.
going to talk to Chords and see if we can play some of that on the show
Wow.
that night, because he's a friend of Michael Clayton's and stuff, and Michael was the one that brought him. to the
I mean,
studio, so.
I'll go to his house.
He's
I
supposed
mean,
to
let
come
me
here
know.
one time.
I mean, for real, I'm seriously. We'll go there and we'll videotape this,
He
and I'll.
plays in St. Pete regularly, downtown St. Pete.
Where
So he's a
where at?
jazz
And what's
guy.
the name of
He
his?
does-
I'll have to look into that and let you know.
Please
but
do
yeah.
that. I'd love to promo him. Anything to do with the Blues Brothers and
He said
hard
that
rock
that
and
piano,
or I'm sorry,
out of
House of Blues.
all the pianos he's ever played in his entire life, that piano is the most beautiful and wonderful piano he's ever played.
Isn't that funny
By far.
that you hear that kind of compliment over something like that? Anybody knows, he knows.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, Matt Guitar Murphy
Yeah, yeah.
and this and that. God rest his soul. And I always love the shot on Blues Brothers where the kid's trying to steal the guitar.
Right.
And Ray Charles shoots the hole through the wall. He's blind. He can't see.
Yeah.
You know, but he's shooting the gun, right?
Right.
Another thing I want to just throw out there too for for the show on the 29th. I mean, it's a football show. We want to throw the music element in there as well. So one thing I want you guys to do is as we're posting about the show, if there's certain things you want to ask or anything, sometimes I was wondering, what music do you guys listen to get pumped up in the locker room? I mean, what is it? It can't all be Pantera. I mean,
No.
So
It's Ruby's
The most
Elixir.
stupidest
Ruby's
question
Elixir.
Oh,
is
okay.
the one
Great.
that is what?
not
Never asked.
Right.
So let's
So-
come up with some real stupid ones.
Yep.
Well, what I mean by that is let's come up with some ones that they haven't been asked before.
So cool
You
fact
know?
is Earl's wife is a great jazz singer.
Really?
Very well known, and she's actually on the Walk of Fame there on the River Walk in Tampa.
Really?
And her
Wow.
name is Belinda Womack.
I know that.
Yeah, that is.
I
Earl
know
Christie's
that
wife,
name.
So, yeah.
It's etched in my brain. So that was what was the name of her band? I mean, it was Belinda
Belinda
Womack.
Womack, yeah.
It was her band.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
She's a great jazz singer. She's really good.
wow,
Really, really good.
local
So,
talent here.
Yeah, very
Nice.
Yep, definitely. So be sure to visit our website at thesoundeffectshow.com, where you can see show replays and visit our social media pages. You will find all those at The Sound Effect Show. And be sure to add us, like us, subscribe to them. And thank you so much for watching. We will see all of you on our next show. We are going to close out here with a couple more videos from Small Town Titans. We're going to play the Devil's Choir.
Thanks again
And,
for
we're going to close
Wade.
out with
Yeah.
Wade
Wreck.
coming on the
Thank
show,
you,
of
Wade.
course.
Thank you very much for having me on, and thank you very much for tolerating me and all
It
that
was
good
fun.
kind
It
of
was
stuff,
always
man.
fun.
It's always great to have you on here, Mr. Wade.
I appreciate you,
Definitely
Todd, very much,
appreciate
sir,
you.
and all of you guys. Yeah.
So definitely a cool thing. Thanks a lot for watching. We are the Sound Effects. Appreciate you. And here is more from the Small
We'll see you
Town
next week.
Titans.
Yep.
We will see you next week. So
Thank you, Small Town Titans. You guys rock, man.
yeah, we love you guys. Hope to see you here on the show soon. Appreciate you.
Look at him.
Yeah, this is
Getting all, he's
hilarious.
like breaking down into a
Devil's
fucking.
Choir.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, call for desperate people looking for a savior on high. They think that there's hope here as long as they stay here, but there's no hope here as long as we stay here. There's angels in the devil's choir. I hear it every time they sing. No wonder it all sounds the same now. They sold their soul and lost their wings. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Desperate times call for desperate leaders, acting as if they aren't parasites upon the people. They'll say that there's hope here as long as we stay here feeding them. But the fact is there's no hope here as long as we stay here. There's angels in the devil's choir. I hear it every time they sing. No wonder it all sounds the same now. They sold their soul and lost their wings. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're trying to say that I am a liar. They're trying to blame me for their problems. They're singing on high that I am a heathen, but all I'm trying to do is tell you the truth. is who I am. At least that's what I'm told. And I don't understand. Convulsing on the Sabbath, bedridden through the day, and sweating